We are live. I'm waiting for the live video. We're starting. Little wheel spinning here. And yes, I'm still feeling a little congested. You know, this is day 3 for me of keeping my my gripa at bay. So hello everybody. This is Gabriel again with Stress Teachers, or anybody, really, just anybody who has a pulse and gets emotional daily deserves a break, right? So today I wanted to touch upon the EFT fear of something algorithm. And everybody fears something. Everybody stresses out about something on a daily basis. And fear is usually right behind the scenes of, you know, whatever that stress is. So the question is, what are you most afraid of? So I Googled this question, right? And I got tons of reading materials to talk about. And, you know, fear of something generated 511 million results on Google, which can become quite a task to read all of that, you know, fear of something information. That was a lot of stuff to read. And I didn't read all of it, obviously. The great news is that EFT tapping will help every one of these fears, you know, to disappear with persistence and patience. Now, Google results show that the biggest barriers of success is not time, it's not money, or resources. It's a resistance to change that which we are familiar with. So if people shift their perspectives and learn to conquer fears with emotional tapping, the results will amaze you. The only way that we can change our lives is to change our energy. See, emotions are energy in motion. Body energy. So change the electromagnetic field that we are constantly broadcasting with negative emotions. In other words, to change our state of being, we have to change the way we think and how we feel. See, people suffer from one or more phobias or fears of something, you know, and these fears can cause intense and severely limit our lives, you know, when we have one or many. So there are plenty of phobias and fears which EFT can be effective and is effective with by eliminating all of them. Here are some of the common ones. People have a fear of change and uncertainty. That's on the top of the list because change is not something that people feel comfortable with. So I ain't changing, I'm gonna stay comfortable. Well, there's no growth, you know, with complacency. You know, when a person stays comfortable, they still fear that future and they keep replaying that in their minds and they don't get out of that funk. Public speaking is very common. Fear of heights, fear of snakes, spiders, insects, claustrophobia, you know, dentists, needles, flying, the fear of rejection, which is huge, fear of sex, fear of water, which is how TFT started by resolving someone's fear of water. The fear of marriage, the fear of failure, fear of diseases, fear of dogs. Yeah, dogs can still scare the hell out of me, even the little tiny chihuahuas. And the fear of being alone. And the list is long. So a phobia is any excess fear over and above a normal caution or concern. So our fears are important to our survival. Without them, we might, you know, base jump off a building without a parachute, or maybe eat some poison, or even play human froggy on the New York freeway. You know that old 80s Nintendo game, I think it was called, or yeah, it's called Froggy. You know, little frog trying to avoid traffic from getting squashed. So all these fears are automatic mechanisms that kick into place when danger is near. For example, it's kind of like being cautious when you see a snake or maybe a mother grizzly bear while you're going hiking. You know, some of them are dangerous and could cause you harm. But it is quite another thing to experience a pounding heart And the headache and the nausea, the confusion, the vomiting, sweat, tears, the list is long of excessive fear symptoms. These latter responses are useless in that they contribute no more to your safety than does normal caution. Excuse me. What is fascinating about EFT in this regard is that it eliminates the phobic part of the fear, but leaves the normal concern alone. People are often amazed at how quickly a lifelong phobia vanishes, just by tapping it away. Okay, but the process doesn't make them stupid. They don't suddenly dance with a cobra or want to hug a grizzly bear mama with her babies. You don't do that. Some fears take longer to resolve, but that's not because of their intensity. Rather, it is because of their complexity. In other words, the number of aspects that are involved. And I talk a lot about aspects because it is as real as one fear. Aspects are multiple fears that are layered together. The EFT tool for this is the basic recipe. Ask me for the EFT basic recipe PDF today. I will happily send it to you. Or join my free 5-day basic recipe workshop where I actually show you how to use the basic recipe so that you can start eliminating whatever fear you have. And a few rounds, through the tapping session, okay, that should eliminate the problem forever. The amount of rounds that you need depends on how many aspects or layered fears you have of a particular phobia. So here's a common question. Is the result permanent once the phobia is eliminated? Yes. However, if it comes back, it is because there are new aspects that weren't properly addressed the first time. So when speaking with a client on what is truly going on with them, an EFT practitioner will usually hear about the fear in a different manner. In other words, sometimes people are fearful of being specific about what really is causing them fear. For example, if a snake phobic doesn't talk about let's say the adverse reaction to the slimy scales of a snake, if this aspect didn't come up while using EFT, then it still remains a problem. So using EFT on the slimy scales should eliminate that aspect and provide complete relief from the phobia. Again, probing deeper in the event that there is yet another unaddressed aspect, another layered fear right below the one that you're addressing. In other cases, a brand new traumatic experience could start the phobia all over again. Excuse me. But when that happens, you need only to repeat the process again as if it was a brand new phobia. Relief should be moments away. And here's another question to ponder. What do I do if I have several phobias? Well, you address them one at a time. For example, make sure that your snake phobia is totally eliminated before you address the fear of darkness. Then make sure your fear of darkness is totally gone before you address your fear of zombies. And you continue from there. Some phobias are labeled complex in that there are several fears that are layered, one on top of the other. The fear of success is sometimes like this, because it can also involve 1, the fear of failure, 2, the fear of going broke, 3, the fear of being homeless, 4, the fear of begging, 5, the fear of losing your job, 6, the fear of living with your parents, 7, the fear of rejection, and the list goes on and on and on, and it becomes one big fear. And then you feel it in your chest, man. You feel it in your body, you feel it in your head. It becomes a physical symptom, an ailment now, and it's like, oh man, things are not going good because of this phobia. They all qualify as different aspects and should be addressed separately. If you have a complex phobia but are unaware of it, persistent use of the basic recipe should still do the job. But it may take several rounds, okay, through the process until all the aspects are eliminated, and they will get eliminated. The intensity may rise and fall as the different aspects are handled behind the scenes, and this is quite normal. So please share this information with anyone wanting emotional freedom from fear of something. I'm a CTAA accredited EFT certified master practitioner, and I help people eliminate negative energies with a conversation and EFT tapping with 100% total regards and no judgments towards you. The emotional freedom techniques I cover among the many with people are anxiety, anger, physical pain, phobia, self-sabotage. You know, my goal with EFT tapping is to give people the mindset, the skills, the techniques of mastering their lives so that they can take charge and fill their lives with the only three things you really need to thrive: health, wealth, and abundance. I help 10 people a month for free. Any month, 10 people, first come, first serve. I help you for free. Ask for your EFT basic recipe PDF or take advantage of the 5-day EFT basic recipe workshop. It's 5 days. I do it for free. I show you, I give you the recipe and I show you and I tap with you to make sure that you understand how to do it and get the best outcomes that you want. Thank you so much for listening today. I really want to help you with your fears. If you have any comments or questions, visit me on YouTube, my YouTube channel, subscribe to it, or send me a message on Messenger on Facebook. I'd be more than happy to say hello and then answer all your questions. Thank you again, and remember, what emotional fears do you want to eliminate? Let me know, and I'd be more than happy to talk to you about that. Thank you, and you guys have a great day.